Hey guys, so I have now been here for 4 months. Again, time keeps going faster, I think. So this month started off with Anzac Day. So basically what Anzac Day is stands for is Australian New Zealand Army Corps. There you go. And it's a day basically to commemorate all the soldiers that have fallen in the war and that sort of thing. So Sweden did a special Anzac Day held in Gothenburg, and all us Australian and New Zealand exchange students were invited. So that day, you know, we all went together and turned up and at a graveyard, and then at the Commonwealth graveyard site, and that's where the service was held. Me and a girl from New Zealand were able to be the flag bearers for the ceremony, so we could hold the flags up for the whole ceremony whilst some of the members of the embassies laid wreaths down for the Anzacs. So that was something really special and such an incredible day. I think it was so important to be able to spend that day celebrating the Anzacs, because I know a lot of people, like when you're away from your own country, that it's the days like that that are very special and mean quite a lot. So then that was on the Friday, and then on the Sunday, I believe, I think we had a Rotary event, which was a motorcycle ride through Lirim. Now, what we did, we all turned up, and then all these people, mainly guys, on motorcycles turned up, and we got to choose which motorcycle we wanted to be on. And so we sat on the back and were able to ride all through Lirim on this mini tour and see, you know, all the lakes and that was so much fun and such a really cool experience, just getting to go really fast and that sort of thing. And then after that, a couple of days after that, we had a nice, me and 3 of the exchange students had a nice day together where we were able to go to a lake and get candy and have a bit of a picnic, and that was something really special. Then the next big thing was Valborg, something like that, and it's kind of like a spring festival to celebrate the King's birthday, and essentially what that is it's a lot of singing and bands, and in my town they had a parade. One of the schools hosted a parade, and so they all came, and each class was responsible for a different float. Some of the floats were a little strange, I must admit. They had like a Nelson Mandela like tribute float, I guess, like a Snapchat float, a Miley Cyrus float. Like some of them are really funny, some of them maybe a little inappropriate, but it was still something quite interesting to see. Then the weekend after that, I went to Malmo and Copenhagen. My host mum took me there, and that was such a great weekend and so great to see a different country and be able to just do a day trip over to a different country. So in Copenhagen, me and my host mum took like a bus ride tour where you're able to get off and get on when you wanted to, and we were able to see, you know, the castles and the Little Mermaid, where the Little Mermaid is, and I don't know, there was so much stuff. And then we went to a museum, and then after that I got to catch up with Laura, which is one of the exchange students from my district in Copenhagen, so it was really special to see her after 3.5 months. She had an American accent, which was a little strange because she said some of the people in her class had gone on exchange to America. So yeah, it was interesting to hear her accent change so dramatically in just 3 months. It's amazing what can happen, but it was just so nice seeing her, and we had such a good time together. We stayed at one of my host mum's friend's family. Yep. Friend's family's house over the time in Malmo, so they were also lovely and welcoming as well, and I just had such a great time. Then next I had a movie night with the two other exchange students in Borås, which is Brady from Australia and Shane from America, and that was a good time. You know, we went to the candy in Sweden is just incredible. You take a bag, there's this place called like Hemmekväll, which is like a movie place, and you just go and you select all the candies that you want and just fill up that bag, and mine is always pretty full. I'm definitely gonna miss that about Sweden, but oh, so tasty. So yeah, we had a movie night, which was fun. And then one of the biggest things that happened this month was another Rotary event, which was a Gothenburg weekend, organised by the Kungälv Club. And so basically they had a lot of activities lined up for us. What we did first was go visit the Volvo Museum, and that was really interesting, I thought, to see kind of this Swedish, I guess, invention, you could say, just like grow, and it showed all the different types of cars. I like seeing the old cars the best, I think. But then it showed trucks and that sort of thing, and again, whenever you're with the exchange students, it's just always a good laugh, so I enjoyed that. Then after Volvo, we went to Liseberg, which is a theme park in Gothenburg, and they have a ride called the Helix, which is a new one, and it's the longest roller coaster in Europe. So me, who doesn't really like roller coasters and had forgotten why, decided to go on that, and then straight after went on this other roller coaster and shamefully ended up throwing up on the roller coaster, which was not fun. Bad memories, but yeah, still I guess fun time in Lisbury, but I was definitely ready for a good night's sleep after that one. Then the next morning, which was, well, this day was my favourite day, we went off to an island called Marstrad, something like that, but not too keen on the pronunciation, but yeah. And basically this island had a castle fort type thing, and we got a tour, and this girl was wearing like a traditional medieval dress, and we were able to kind of find out a lot about the castle and that sort of thing. So that was interesting. What did we do? Then we had lunch by the water, so we had to catch a ferry over to the island, and then yeah, so I would have lunch by the water and have ice cream, and like the sun was shining because spring came back for another day, and again, just a fun time with the exchange students. Then after that, we all came back to Bros. There was about 6 or 7 of us, and we all like just hung out together and had a really good time. Also, well, I made a video of the Gothenburg weekend that is on my channel if you would like to see that. But yeah, that basically entails everything that went on. Then after the Gothenburg weekends, so about last week, I went and saw Divergent with Shane from America and some school friends. And that, I really love the movie. So good. The films in Sweden are much more expensive to watch, and you have to pre-book your ticket, which is kind of annoying, but totally worth it for Divergent, because I'd read the books before I'd come, and it was just so fun being with one of my best friends from school, so I really liked that. And then, a further thing that we did, Laura from Copenhagen had jumped in the water, and there's like this water challenge. So basically she challenged me to jump in the water, or I had to buy her sushi. So it was about 9 or 10 degrees, and me and some lovely ladies from school kindly offered that we would do this together. So we went to the lake where I live, and freezing as it was, we ended up jumping in, and it's going to be like one of the memories I keep for a long time. One of the girls bought like warm hot chocolate, and you know, we had a fika, and even though it was freezing, it was just a bunch of fun, and I love the lakes in Sweden. That's another thing I love about Sweden, like the nature and the lakes here. So yeah, even with the weather, it was still a good time. And then recently, this weekend, my sister from Linköping came down again, and she was doing a 21-kilometer marathon, and that's the biggest marathon, half marathon in the world, I believe, and there was like 66,000 people in Gothenburg, so we went to kind of watch her finish, and it was so many people just everywhere, and so many people running. I felt really lazy, but yeah, that's an exchange student life for you. But yeah, we saw her finish, and she was really proud of her time, and she did really well. I thought I couldn't have done it running for that long. And then that night, my second host sister came over, because my two families are family friends. So she came over, and with her friend named Felix, and they had dinner, and then my two host sisters were playing piano and singing together, and then we all sung together, and that was just a really fun memory that I'll have. And then today was a farewell party for one of the girls, for one of my oldies. They're going home so quickly. An oldie is basically because the Australians and then the Americans and Canadians, they come at different times. Like, they have already been here for almost a year, so they will leave and we'll get new ones, and I'll become an oldie, and then I'll have my newbies. But yeah, she's leaving in 9 days, I think, and yeah, so this is the last time we get to see her, which is sad, but it's exciting knowing that we will get new ones. But it's crazy to think that my exchange could nearly be halfway over. time on exchange is such an obscure thing. In some ways it feels like I've been here forever and for so long, and in some ways it's like goes so fast that you're just like, I've been here for a week. But you know, I just keep having more and more incredible things happen, and it just gets better and better every day. What I have coming up in 6 days is a trip to Italy with my choir for a week. Sardinia, Italy, and I am so excited for that. I've been waiting for that since I found out that it was a possibility that I could go, and I'm going to do a separate video for that, similar to what I did with the Gothenburg weekend, because I think video can capture so much more than like pictures, like, and I just love watching them back. But if there's any sort of specific videos that you guys want to see, I want to start doing some off things, like about maybe packing and kind of what to expect from exchange and what I like about Sweden and that sort of thing. Yeah, anything that you want to see like that, just tell me and I can make them, because I have a lot of fun making these, but it's even cooler to have these memories for when I go back home. But that is all for this month. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon with my Italy video. Bye!